And we're going to start with something fun. Don't know if any of you are still comics readers. Don't know if any of you are DC Comics fans. Maybe you're like me, you grew up being a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I read, I think I kept up to about the first 50, 75 issues of Sonic the Hedgehog with Archie Comics. And then, well, you know, you grow up, interests change, that sort of thing. But pretty cool to know that they're still going strong. Reptane, hello, welcome in. But yeah, apparently there's a new crossover that's going to be happening here between Sonic the Hedgehog and the Justice League. Let's take a look.
Sega has released a sneak peek at the upcoming Sonic and DC crossover, and it looks absolutely incredible. As someone who is a relatively big fan of the DC universe, seeing these characters side by side is something that was
That's cool. Knuckles flying along with Superman. Amy Rose with a flying car, floating alongside Wonder Woman. Oh, and it does look like they got Shadow and Batman racing each other on motorbikes. That sounds weird. It does sound weird, but I mean, when you look at it, it looks pretty cool. Sir, you just called my name, did I? Didn't mean to, totally by accident.
asked for, I am more than happy to receive. You can see here the 12 characters that will be a part of the series so far. On the Sonic side, we got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, and Silver, and I am particularly happy to see the last one
rare
here.
for Silver to
and on the
make an
DC
appearance
side,
in
we got
things.
Flash, Cyborg, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and the Green Lantern. The crossover will
all the
involve
hits.
Sonic and his friends teaming up with the Justice League to fight against Darkseid. Sega has also released some
Oh, I see. Darkseid gets a Chaos Emerald. I wonder if we're going to see an appearance by Dr. Eggman. Yeah, can you imagine that? Darkseid getting his hands on the Chaos Emeralds. At that point, it would take the Justice League and Super Sonic and the rest of the Sonic gang to stop him.
covers for the upcoming issues, and I have to say, some of these are absolutely breathtaking.
That does look pretty good.
I love the one where you can see Sonic and his friends donning the Justice League getup, and it is just so
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, Sonic as the Flash. I think we're supposed to have some scenes where Sonic and the Flash race each other. Knuckles as Superman. Amy Rose as Wonder Woman. Silver as the Green Lantern. Shadow as Batman, and Tails as Cyborg. That's a pretty neat crossover, I think. It's an expression. I really enjoyed comics as a kid. Yeah. I did too. I think most kids enjoy comics when they're young. And then you sort of grow out of it, and then, I don't know, somewhere along the line, you sort of look back and revisit it all, and you kind of have the warmth of nostalgia. This is beautiful. To me, Jet's version of the Sonic characters is canon. I don't think I ever read Jet's version of the Sonic characters. I don't think I ever read that one. The Archie Comics versions were the ones during my time, and those were mostly a send-up of the old animated series that they had in the 90s. The ABC Saturday morning version of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then there was the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog that was in syndication for a long time. And yeah, it was a little bit of a mix of both of those. And but yeah, it blended them rather well, and that was the one I grew up on. And of course, to me, the actor Jaleel White is just sort of permanently in my mind the voice of Sonic, which it seems rather, I don't know, strange, maybe a touch ironic that the same actor who played Steve Urkel on Family Matters ended up being the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the cartoon version. Loved Archie. So many Sonic spin-offs. Yes, I think at one point they had to do like a big grand reset. Very similar to DC's Crisis of the Infinite Earths, where they just sort of reset the timeline and just sort of... Well, they basically hit a big reset button and started again, and just, you know, the multiverse sort of imploded upon itself. I meant the YouTuber who makes comedy skits of Sonic characters. For the example... Oh, yes, it's pronounced GIF. Yes, chat, if you pronounce it GIF, that's, you're doing it wrong. It's, you know, you don't adopt a Golden Retriever. You don't give someone a gift. It's pronounced GIF. Sission, welcome in. Good to see you. How have you been?
So cool to see them dressed like this. We
yes,
need
GIF
these
is
costumes
pronounced
in
GIF.
other Sonic games. Please, Sega. There's also one you can see Batman battling Metal Sonic in what looks to be Radical Highway.
Oh, that looks cool. Yeah. I'd go for a battle between those two. Yeah. That looks cool. I like that. But Garage. Not bad, been busy. You know, same here, totally understand.
And this is just a visual that, again, I didn't ask for, but I'm so ecstatic to see here. Sonic in DC is something I never expected in my lifetime to see, but to see it here in the flesh is just absolutely awesome, and I think that the DC and Sonic crossover has so much potential in terms of what else they could do over here. I mean, the comics are great and all, and I think there's going to be some merch coming out as well, but I would love to see some of this stuff get incorporated to, like, the video games, or even like a TV show.
That would be
fun.
fun.
Or, like a limited time special. Just like, I would love to see more because there's just so much potential to this, and I think that we're gonna see some really insane things come out of this collaboration, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So let me know if you plan to check this out.
Yeah, I think I might. I think I'll buy myself a copy of this, just for old time's sake, whenever it comes out. But yeah, we need. At one point, there was a Sonic fighting game in arcades called Sonic the Fighters. I don't know if Sega ever put it out for... I could have sworn I had a version of that somewhere. I think I may have had it on one of my PlayStations. Probably my PS3. And that was fun to play through. I do wish they would re-release that for Steam, for PC, for even mobile devices. That would be cool. But the point I'm trying to make with that, we need an updated version of Sonic the Fighters. And just as we've got Marvel rivals, I think we need a DC rivals too. Would love to see the same treatment of Marvel rivals applied to the characters of DC Comics and the Justice League. I know they've had some... I mean, recently they had, what, the Injustice games? Of course, that was a few years ago. And those are fairly dark. Might be time perhaps for something a bit more light-hearted and fun. Sort of with the overall tone that you get with Marvel Rivals. Maybe a little bit of that Adam West campiness applied to, like, the DC animated universe, something like that. That would be fun. I think that would be a big seller. But I don't know, DC is, especially as of late, they've always been sort of chasing the tail of Marvel. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. If you have any thoughts, questions, or ideas for future videos, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. You can also follow me on Twitter @LordRexworth for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Coffee or Throne pages. Links are in the description. Finally, be sure to visit lordrexworth.com and follow me across all platforms. That's lordrexworth.com. Until next time, I wish you all the best, and God bless.